she continues going with this, like, never send a man to do a woman's job, and whatever else she said after that. And then as she's almost to the car, he can hear all this, he's right there, this is not like a big area, and she's about to get in the car, and she said something about men, almost like you can't live with them kind of a deal. And then she's like, you know, you just want to kill them sometimes. Hi, welcome back to Far From Eden. This is kind of a surprise episode. Pretty tired from yesterday. I am a tad windblown. I just came inside from taking my dog out, and I feel like I stick my head out the door and I'm like, oh my God, more evidence of what's wrong in the world, more gender politics, you know, and I just, maybe I'm a hammer so everything's a nail, or maybe it's just crazy out there. So I walked out my door with my dog, and I see a neighbor, a woman, coming down the sidewalk, and she's carrying a bag, whatever, right? Smile, hi. And she looks at me and she's like, never send a man to do a woman's job. And I'm like, awkward. Like, I feel like I live a double life because people don't know, you know, all this. Anyway, so she never send a man to do a woman's job, and I'm like, you know, and then I see she heads down to the car, which is running. So I'm like, oh, Kenneth, her significant other, must be in there. And then she starts on, when she's almost to the car, she starts saying about, you know, he's gonna do laundry. I don't know what he's gonna wash it with. So clearly in the bag is like the detergent and all of that. And I was just like, I was so awkward. I was just like, yeah, I almost forgot mine yesterday. Like, right? And then she continues going with this, like, never send a man to do a woman's job, and whatever else she said after that. And then as she's almost to the car, he can hear all this, he's right there, this is not like a big area. And she's about to get in the car, and she said something about men, almost like you can't live with them kind of a deal. And then she's like, you know, you just want to kill them sometimes. And in my head, I'm like, first of all, I'm like, oh my God, I have to tell my people, like, this, like, I can't wait to tell them, like, this, you know, it's just blatant. Because I'm like, imagine, I was picturing it the other way around. Like, what if he was like, never send a woman to do a man's job? And what if he said, you know, sometimes you could just kill him? Like, you can't say that, right? Like, you'll be, like, feminists will pop out from the bushes and pounce. No, they'll have their signs, because that's how they fight for their whatever. Anyway, so I'm just like, yeah. And then I thought, oh, I need to just make a short real quick. And then I was like, no, because yesterday it's the same thing. I was like, I get it. Like, I get it, God. I know. I know. But I keep seeing it everywhere. I can't escape. So I was in the laundry facility that we have here. And I just hang out in there while my clothes are washing, because other people don't. They just, like, they put their clothes in or whatever, and they go and do whatever. And I'm like, that's a lot of moving and walking for me with the, you know, multiple sclerosis. So I'm like, I'll just stay here, upload a short, you know, read, what have you. But, you know, I'm not in and out. So usually I pick a time when nobody comes in because I don't want to deal with anything. But anyway, that's all beside the point. I guess yesterday was not that day. I'm really tired, but I was like, I have to tell them. I have to tell them about these things. So I'm in there, and you have to have your key for the laundry room. And when you're in the laundry room, you're not supposed to be opening the door just for anybody, because we don't want, this is not like a community laundry place. Like, they keep it very nice. It's for the residents here. So, right? So duh, you have your key with you. So I'm sort of at the, like there's a table in there that I sit at when I'm waiting for my clothes. And I see this kid, this little girl, probably 7, like her little face in the window. And I'm like, huh, maybe she's just outside playing or whatever, you know, Thanksgiving break. And then it's like bang, 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 bang on the door. And I'm like, oh. And the reason is because, like I said, I have MS. Walking is difficult, especially when I'm doing laundry day and I'm like being physical for other things. And like, I don't want to get up and go to the door if I don't have to. When I do my laundry, I use a walker that has wheels. Like, you know, like picture an old person that has that walker that has a chair in it so you can like sit down and take a break. I have one of those, right? That I use for long distances, or it works really well as like a laundry cart. So, 'cause I can't carry my laundry and I can't wheel my laundry with like a, you know, like a wheelie cart behind me, because unless I'm doing that and walking with my cane. So it's a whole thing, right? So that's why I was like, oh, it's not that I don't like opening doors for people. So bang, 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 bang. And I go to the door. It takes me a minute. So there's a lot of bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, so I open the door and there's a woman there. And she comes on in. Like I just kind of like boop, and she just kind of takes over, and I turn around, go back to where I was sitting. We're only like a few feet apart. It's not a giant laundry room. It's not huge, right? I can't give you dimensions. I'm a woman. I'm like, okay, is it like I can do like a horse's stall. Like the little waiting area is probably like 12 by 12. And then the laundry is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 washers. And then maybe 8 dryers, something like that. So that's how big the laundry room is. It's not gigantic. And we're the only people in the laundry room. The little girl, which is clearly her daughter, the woman, and me. So she's coming in. She's wheeling her laundry and she's on the phone, because I think it's the law that women have to be on their phone, like, you know, 23.5 hours a day. But anyways, she's on the phone, right? She doesn't look at me. She doesn't acknowledge. She knows I opened the door. It's not a mystery, right? She knows she didn't have her key, and she knows I opened the door. She didn't look at me. She didn't acknowledge me. The entire time she was in there putting her clothes in the washer, nothing. And I'm just like, really? So she was in her probably 20s, but her hair needed to be washed. Her pants were like old pajama pants. A jacket or something up top. So it's like she could have been 35, she could have been 23. Probably not 23 because the kid was like 7, but who knows? So it was difficult to tell. But wow, right? And I'm just like, well, typical, right? Typical. It's just like this entitled sort of attitude is all the time. Anyway, so they went away. Like, they left their clothes in the laundry, whatever, go away. The next thing I know is I'm kind of sitting where I can see, there's like a window right there and the door's right there, so I can kind of see like a little bit people outside, like if they're coming. I sound like a cave person trying to talk. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why after this story, if I can remember to tell you the story after this story. So anyways, so I kind of see this dude he's coming to the door, and I see that he has like a full laundry basket that he's holding, and then another full laundry basket like up to here, like on top of it, right? So he's got 2 in his hands, and he's trying to like hold that and do his key. So I get up like, oh, okay, well, I get it. Sometimes I'm struggling trying to get my rolly walker and open the door, and like it's hard. So I went, and plus he wasn't boom, 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 like the demanding, like, hey, get up, you know. It's a whole different way. You know how some people you're like, I don't really feel inspired to help you. And other people you're like, you know, I want to. So he like I kind of wanted to help him. Anyway, so he was probably 30. It's weird. It's weird to see any kind of single white dude, or any white dude, I don't know if he's single, but to see a white guy in my apartment complex is weird. Any man, but especially a white man, especially that age, because usually they're going to be like retired or disabled or what have you living here. But this guy, it was like weird. Okay. Anyway, that's beside the point. I just took note of it. Anyway, so I opened the door for him, you know, and I held it for him because, you know, his arms were full up to here. And he's like, "Oh, thank you so much." I said, "Oh, no problem. You know, you got your hands full." So he came in. He's like, "How's your day going?" "That's going pretty good, you know, better when the laundry's over." "Yeah, I hear that, blah, blah, blah." Right? Very lovely, cordial, grateful, polite. Wow. That's quite different, isn't it? Then it doesn't end. It doesn't end. Then, see, I have a whole thing. I'm not trying to tell you guys how I do my laundry, but I feel like you have to understand that to be like, what is she doing? Where is she? And like, what does it look like? So then I get all my, and this was a lot of laundry, you guys. I slacked off, and it was like I'm doing all my linens and all the everything's getting washed. So it's all finished. Put it all back on my rolly walker, push it to my car that's parked outside the, you know, the main office and the laundry or whatever. And I get all the bags into my car, and then I fold up my walker, just struggle get it in there. Of course, I took my dog with me. You know, buy a dog, die alone. Anyway, so my dog jumps in. We go, right? Here I go. Back, just a little drive in the apartment complex back to my apartment. Then the whole thing in reverse. I get my dog out, open up the back door, get my walker out. Why do I put my walker in the back door and not the trunk? Just in case any men are like, "Well, I think I know an easier way." My trunk won't open. I drive a 2001 Volvo that sat out in a field for a while. So she has opinions about what she's gonna do and what she's not gonna do. And right now, she's not gonna open the trunk. So, or my driver's side window. That's a different thing. So I actually get a kick out of it. And I'm really happy about my car. So I'm thankful. So anyway, oh my God, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I drive back up in my car, whose name is Ruby. So I drive back up my parking space, and I'm gonna I get my walker back out, I get the bags back out, and so I put one bag flat on the like seat where you would sit down in the walker. Then I put another bag, so the one bag is horizontal, and then next bag vertical, next bag vertical. Now, it doesn't really fit. You gotta like shove it and stuff, sort of, so the handlebars of the walker will keep it from falling. But remember, like sometimes the bags are slippery, so it's delicate balance, right? And I'm always hoping nobody's watching, because it's hard to accept help. That's a whole different thing that I'm working on. So I'm getting it, and I notice there's a man over there. Now, what age is he? Probably 60. Could have been 50 in a hard life. I don't know. But a little bit like a long beard, right? And I haven't noticed him before. Perhaps he's here visiting someone. But he's locked onto me. He's seeing me do this. And he's like, "Do you need any help?" And I looked like I really could use some help, but I was determined to do it. But I hate turning down, when men offer to help, I hate turning it down, because I don't like to even give them a sense of rejection in that way. So, but I like almost had it, and I said, "Oh, no, thank you. I've got it. That's very nice of you, though. I really appreciate," like I try to, and he watched me for a bit. He's like, "Are you sure you don't need help?" And I wanted to actually communicate, like, I don't find you creepy. I don't think I'm so much of a woman. I'm strong and independent. I can take my own laundry. It's not that. So I said, oh, I'm so stubborn about accepting help. And so I tried to stay very friendly and nice. I think I did, but you want to know something? The man, he was getting ready to go. Like I said, I didn't really recognize him or his vehicle. He's probably there visiting somebody, was probably leaving. So I have excellent peripheral vision. I usually joke about that. Just being an equestrian, horses are scared of everything. You have to know what's going on in the peripheral. You guys can't see my hands, in peripheral vision and stuff. So I often joke because it's a funny thing to be good at, right? I have a weird sense of humor. So I have excellent peripheral vision. So I can see him, I can see him watching me. And I'm like, he's watching me to make sure I'm okay. He's watching me to make sure I don't fall or the bags don't drop, because he's not sure if a bag drops, if I'll be able to pick it up. And I could imagine if he was watching me, I probably don't look like I can. But that man watched me finish getting my bags on top, push my rollator around the vehicles to the ramp, go up the ramp, walk the sidewalk all the way down to where my apartment is. And he didn't start his car and go until he saw me reach my apartment. He was making sure I was okay. And that's what men do. And I see it every single day. And I'm like, I have to share this with my people, to share this with all you guys. I'm reading your comments now, and I'm releasing more videos, and so there are way more comments, and I feel like I'm getting to know you guys, and we have this little community. And it's a very woman thing for me to say, and maybe it's silly, but I think of you guys during the day, and I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. I want to share this with them. Because again, there's a lot of people that find my channel that are like, I'm brand new. I had no idea. They just are going through a divorce, or, they're in the beginnings of their red pill experience, basically. And their head is spinning and they're bewildered. And I don't want them to think it's a one-off. I don't want them to think it's them. And so sometimes I just share these little stories because I have found that it provides some insight, and it seems to be helpful to you guys in whatever way. So I just wanted to share that with you and just show you there's more evidence every day that y'all aren't crazy, y'all aren't toxic, No, it's just not true. It's just not true. So anyway, I probably should get back to the things I was supposed to do today, like clean and everything. One more thing. Last night, I talked to a couple of men over the phone, and I talked to one of the men that's dealing with divorce and everything, and just really struggling with it. He's trying to be stronger and more assertive, and understand that being masculine isn't wrong, and that women are in fact different. This is brand new for him and very difficult. And so I spoke with him for nearly 4 hours. I'm not saying that to get any kind of points. I'm just saying this is what's needed. And I'm telling you that to tell you this, because he said to me, I said something like, well, wow, we did our good old 4-hour talk again. And he's like, holy, it is, wow. He's like, that's half a work day. And I wanted to tell you so I could say what he said. That's half a work day. And I thought about it and I thought, well, yeah, this is my job. And after that, I spoke to another man on the phone, and I just, about this kind of thing. And I'm like, this is what I do. Like, it's totally what I do. And even when I wasn't good at, posting videos and that kind of thing, I was still basically studying it. Just studying it every single day on my own, and also what other people have noticed, and the statistics and what the statistics mean and why and all the rest of it. Like, and also to advocate for men that I knew in my life. And the videos over the last 3 years, I've talked about, like, actually men. I've been at a horse show before and gotten a message, oh my God, I know this man, and this is from a man saying, knowing that I'm an advocate for men. I'm at a horse show and I'm busy doing stuff, and I'm on the golf cart headed to another arena, etc. And I get a message saying, this man, his wife just filed for divorce. He's totally blindsided. Do you know any men in this area, any lawyers in this area who are men's rights type of lawyers? And I'm like, okay, let me find who that is. So, like, I did it anyway in my regular life, and I never thought of it like this is my job, because it's not something I was getting paid for, whatever. But when he said that, and he said, that's half a work day, I was like, oh, I get it. This is what I do. And I didn't, it's weird. It's like it chose me, and that's fine. It's good. But it was just sort of this revelation that I'm a little late to. Apparently I'm slow. Anyway, you can probably hear in my voice, it is worked very hard, but talking is something that I'm good at doing for a long period of time. So anyway, I do have to do some resting today, but I had to share all that with you guys, or it's gonna build up and my brain would just explode. We can't have that. So let me know what you guys think. Like, what stuff do you see in just like regular life, like just going to the bank or, going to the grocery store? I know you're having experiences left and right of being belittled or made fun of or accused and like, don't be creepy, whatever it is, or you're walking on eggshells trying not to. So as much as I go, oh wow, I see it all the time, I'm sure you men are like, oh, you do you? Wow, well, we see it all the time too, and we're in a terrifying, dangerous landscape for us, so I understand. Anyway, I could talk to you guys forever, and one of these days I'll probably start a live show. I'm just scared because of how the last one went. I got to not start crying. But anyway, I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye-bye.